And now I need the crane, I think. Once they're on the back of the truck in the right spots, then yes, you can strap them onto the truck and they won't move around. But you need to get them both onto the truck in the first place. Get rid of those trees, they're in my way. It looks like I won't be able to get to this side of that container, that cabin, to pick it up. I do like the challenge of doing this though, but it just takes a while. And I'm gonna have to get that cabin on flat surface to be able to pick it up. Might be able to pick it up now. Yeah. Lucky I don't need to worry about that stuff. Come on. Those forks are lower than the cabin. Ah, it's the fence. Oh, wrong way. There we go. And there it goes once again. I think I'm gonna change it over. So that's the ones that are on it at the moment. I can change it to those ones, which will be much more capable of carrying the cabins. Yes, it does. So this is the first person. It's actually very detailed as well. Spin Ties doesn't have first person at all, but this has pretty nice. Oh. Need to go this way. I've seen people, they say they want to complete the game in first person, but that's just not possible. Different trucks look different inside, and they all have a speedometer that works, and all the gauges work and all that stuff. But as you can see, it is quite bouncy around, and that's why I don't really use first person too much while streaming, because it doesn't make a very good streaming or viewing picture. Yeah, so do I. In American Truck and Euro Truck simulators, I only drive in first person, even when parking the trailers in difficult spots. And in Spin Ties and Mud Runner, I only drove in first person. I never used other cameras in hard mode. On stream I did, because same situation, bit bouncy, and well, can't in Spin Ties. In Mud Runner I did. But in Mud Runner the dashboards are nowhere near as detailed as in this. Let's see how much easier it is to use these forks to lift the cabins. That was easier to lift up. Upright. Oh well. It looked like it was working better. That worked. Exactly how I planned it to as well. Well, it's not falling off now. Just need to position it onto the twin steer to load it. Yeah, so much more stable. And there we go. So much easier. I just needed to level it up in the center of the cabin better. Actually, that looks pretty good. Just need to keep pushing the wrong button. And there we go. And now we can be off to the next location. I will need one more cabin for the next spot, so I will be taking the Bandit to the first map to collect the third cabin. I have already made it. And then I'll be craning that one into the spot. Because the tray that's on the Bandit has sides, so the forklift won't be able to get to it. These ones just need to go in here. I'll stop this here, jump into the bandit, and we'll go grab the other cabin. Wow, I've gone pretty late. Gone longer than I thought I had. Almost been live for 6.5 hours almost. So here's the tunnel to travel to the other map. That's a truck I unlocked through, well, I built through through tasks, but I haven't actually towed the trailer yet. And it's night time, so you can barely see anything. So I'll skip that. Not sure what that phrase was from. So cabins, I believe, are the only thing you can do what I'm doing with, which is use the same cabins for multiple contracts. Everything else you actually deliver to the place, and once you've delivered it, it disappears. So that up arrow is telling me that there's one cabin I can, well, there's something for the tracked objective at that location. I'll still stick to what I said earlier. I will get all these cabins moved and then I'll call it a stream. It's still going to be another maybe an hour or so. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's the only thing you can do that. Everything else takes the thing you're delivering when you deliver it. But cabins stay there and you can reuse them. So those two cabins that I took from that shelter and drove them to the other one, those are the same two cabins that I used for that contract that had that animation at that factory. And as soon as I put 3 cabins underneath this cover, how am I out of fuel? Oh. Luckily I've got fuel on the roof. I must not have refueled once I went up the mountain and down. This has only got a few small fuel tank as well. Cabins are also the hardest thing to build as well. So, and that's another forklift that they gave me. But that forklift they gave me with the wide forks. They gave me that forklift to do a task to move a single crate with stuff on it. And they gave me the wide forks, which was just couldn't be done. It was so hard. And the forklift they give me to move the cabins, they give me with the narrow forks, which makes no sense either. You saw how bad they were trying to pick these cabins up. Pretty much, yeah. But the thing is, the one that they gave me to move the crate, they gave it to me to teach me how to use a forklift. Because this is the first map that you need a forklift with, or that you can use a forklift. I'd never even seen the forklift in the game before this map. So for them to give you a forklift not suitable for what you're needing to do for the task, bit ridiculous. I simply just could not pick up the crate with it because that had the wrong forks on it. And it's the opposite. That place is there, that's where the forklift is. The only garage on this map is all the way up there. So I wasn't going to recover there and then have to drive all the way down back to the place there. That would have taken ages. So I just didn't use the forklift. Like with the task, it's given you to teach you how to use the forklift, but one, I didn't know how to use it. It didn't tell me the buttons I needed to push. I had to look up on a website. And two, they had the wrong forks on it. So once I worked out how to use the forklift, I played around a little bit with it, seeing what different buttons do and see how it's used. And then I may have just pushed it around onto the platform, but I think I might have used the crane on this to put it in the right, put it where the crate needed to be. And of course, ads started half as I was about to finish saying that. I'll wait for the ads to finish before I continue talking. I just thought while the ads were playing there, this is the inside of the Bandit. Huge cab area. That's as high as you can look. Can't look higher than that. And that's as low as you can look. But you can see the speedo's working. Steering wheel turns at the speed I'm turning. Big inside room in the Bandit. Yeah, the biggest cab I've seen though is in the Tataran, which is this one. In this, it's pretty much from the front there, you sit there, you can turn around and see the whole front inside area there. It's so detailed. And of course I've done it again. I always forget to unpack the cargo first. It does have absolutely terrible camera angles though. Just like spin tires.